as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
I got you.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Cousins gives way to Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Under 10, 10, 382, 50.
Cousins now to throw on first down. Lets it fly for Thielen. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. On third down, Cousins. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down. So on fourth down, Britton Colquitt on to punt. The 49ers have Richie James back deep. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Man open. That's Deebo Samuel. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Here we go. Watch the run, watch the run. Jim. Lock.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 41, Garoppolo. He rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Following the interception, Cousins. And the catch made by Johnson. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people that have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
No score after one on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Cousins now. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. A gain of 6 there on first.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more...
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 6-yard touchdown run as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start first and 10. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Here we go. 180.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 35. Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys, good. Yeah. Backside guys,
meh.
That's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
Alert 3. 13.
On first down, here's Breida. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Here we go. 180. 55.
Watch the run.
11. Hey, orbit.
6 man. Check curls. 55.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Here we go.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
5.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore number 1, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. D. Ford able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
This time they stay on the ground. Space to maneuver at the 40. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll run for it. Cook. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Throwing, Cousins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Here we go, here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one.
And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
65.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Taking a shot for Samuel. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And they're going to go with the jet sweep. This is Diggs with it. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, 28 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
They want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Here we go.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Garoppolo gives to Breida. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up, because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Alert!
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And he's going to go down again. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
11. Blue draw quarter. 11.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. But it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On the ground, it's Cook. And I think this defense knew what was coming, as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa able to drop him for a loss of a couple. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them, because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get him down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And they work this out past the 25. A good pickup there at 22. Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Here we go.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Garoppolo now. Open man is Samuel, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Let's go, let's go.
46-yard line.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he hits his running back, Tevin Coleman. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Kendrick Bourne, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now Garoppolo. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And that'll make it 13-7. So still a chance with just over 20 seconds to go, but they need to get this one back, no doubt. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Now a run with Cook. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Open man here is Conklin. And he's across for the late touchdown.
Not a day in my life. Knows my dogs, they by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.